times do I have to tell you to keep the blind shut?
I'm sorry, Mama, I'm sorry.
What were you thinking?
It was just what? It was just such a nice evening. I wanted to see it.
You carry on like that, you'll never see anything ever again. Neither of us will. Oh. I'm sorry. It's all right. Darling, no harm done. Nobody saw anything. Hush now!
I'm sorry.
Do you remember what your grandmother used to say?
Yes, I remember what she used to
If
say.
you cry once on your birthday, you'll cry on every birthday afterwards.
It's the bombs as well. I feel we're so open here. If one of them fell on the house...
No bombs will fall on this house. This is a safe house. It is blessed. I know it for sure.
Everyone else goes to the shelters.
We can't go to the shelters. You know that. Somebody might recognize us or ask us where we live and then...
I know, but I'm scared.
You're not scared! I wish I could take you somewhere safe, away from here. Do you remember the story I used to tell you when you were a little girl? The one about the 3 mice.
What happened when the big cat was walking around near their home? 2 of them went out, didn't they, silly brave little things, and they were caught and eaten by the nasty cat. But the third was very patient and stayed still until the big cat went away. And when will that be?
Well now, what have we here? There's some bread and cheese and and what's this? There's a note, Nishita. You'd better read it.
To Nishita, happy 16th birthday from the Staudackers. What is it? Oh, chocolate! Where can they have found this? I haven't had this. It's so sweet.
And this is from me. I'm sorry, there wasn't any paper to wrap it. Happy birthday, darling.
Mama, it is so beautiful.
The Staudackers helped me. They managed to find some cloth and thread, and I did the embroidery on it when you were asleep. Well, don't just stand there. Put it on. Put it on. Ah. Oh, there. There. Yes. Ah. Look. You're a beautiful young woman.
Oh, it is wonderful. Thank you.
Now, let us have our birthday feast. I remember my 16th birthday. Your grandfather took me to one of the big stores in the city and told me to pick out any dress I wanted. And then we went to a cafe where they did everything in chocolate. They had hot chocolate drinks, chocolate cake, chocolate biscuits. They even had chocolate sandwiches. I ate so much I was nearly sick. And then that evening, there was a big party in the local centre. And that was the first time I saw your father. Well, here we are. Happy 16th birthday. Not a sound. Not a sound. A quiet little mice.
What?
They've gone. We're safe. Thank God.
Oh, the window!
Please!
Shut up!
Please don't!
Just shut up! Put the knife down and
You must-
get on the floor!
You must!
I said shut up!
You must pull down the blind! They will see the light!
You do it. You stay there. Don't either of you try anything. I will shoot. I promise.
You won't. Because they will hear the gun, and they will know where to find you. And you can't run or go anywhere on that leg.
Just shut up! I need to think.
You need to have that wound cleaned and dressed. Otherwise it will get infected.
What, are you a nurse all of a sudden?
Yes, I was once, yes. Do you have your field medical kit?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
We live here. And have done for the last 3 years. We're hiding, like you. Hiding from the people outside, also like you.
Is there anyone downstairs?
No? Yes. You need not know their names, but they are friends. They've kept us hidden here, given us food and shelter ever since before the war. They risk everything for us. Now, do you want us to dress that leg?
Yes. But don't try anything.
Nishita, get me some water. Do you have your kit? Where are you from? Canadian?
No. British.
What are you doing here?
I'm here for a holiday, what do you think?
Don't need to be rude, young man.
What was left of the crew bailed out. Wind blew us towards this town. I landed on the roof. Caught my leg on a drain pipe.
What was the shooting?
The rest of the crew. Found them in the street and were chasing them.
You're bleeding badly. Nishita, I need you to come here. Put your hand on this bandage. Just keep a little bit of pressure.
What?
Nishita! Please excuse her. We've been up here for some time. Come.
Don't worry, I don't bite. Ow! Jesus!
I need to stitch up the wound.
Could you please do it a bit more carefully?
You don't have any painkiller. You'll just have to put up with it and keep quiet. Nishita, get him some food. Go on, get him some food.
Who are you?
Don't need to know that.
Who owns this house?
You don't need to know that.
Listen! I'll be the judge of what I need to know.
Would you mind putting that down, please?
Fine. Why are you hiding?
Because we don't want them to find us.
Don't give me that, I could have worked that out myself.
This is the best I can do under the circumstances. I'd eat your food if I were you.
Why are you hiding?
People like us aren't allowed anymore.
What do you mean, people like you?
Our religion.
You're... Oh. It's true.
What's true?
We had rumours about people like you being rounded up and taken away.
Yes, it's true. They call it processing.
No one back home believes it.
If you ever get back home, tell them differently.
Can I have some water?
Nishita, give us water. Now, about that gun of yours.
I still don't know if I can trust you.
Fine. We're on the same boat, but as you are scared. I said as you are scared, and so are we. It might not be for the best if you wave it around again. Don't want it going off by accident now, do we?
No. Who's she?
My daughter.
So tell me what happened.
What do you mean?
What's been happening to you?
My daughter and I...
No, I mean like, to people like you. You said you were processed?
Happened some years back. News stories. Bad stories started to appear in papers. People started singling us out. They started to ignore us. And they began to be afraid of us. And they began to hate us. You couldn't travel on a bus or a train without people staring at you, asking the staff to remove you. You couldn't even walk down the street.
Some might say there were reasons for that.
Such as?
Just saying, some say you brought it on yourselves.
How?
I don't know. You know.
No, I don't know. Perhaps you could tell me what crime it was we committed, me and my family, just being who we are, having the same religion.
I mean the attacks!
You don't really believe that, do you?
Some of the ones they caught.
We weren't involved, but we got the blame. And then there were the attacks on us, on our houses, on our shops, and openly in the street, and the people just watched.
Oh, I don't know about any of that.
You all knew. And you all let it happen.
Well, even if I did, things have changed. It's moved on. The war!
Yes, the war! And since the war, we've had to hide here in this attic. And if we'd been seen and recognized, we'd have been taken, and then we would just disappear like all the rest. But what would you care?
Mama!
Well, I'm here, aren't I? What was that?
Shh.
Why? What's happening?
Please be quiet. It's the signal. There's someone in the house.
Who is?
Them. Now be quiet. And don't move, or we are all dead.
Search the building! Search every room! Open the door! Open the door! Take it down! Stop! Come on, there's no one here. Everyone out!
Are they gone?
Yes.
What did they want?
You, I guess.
Mama, please, it's not his fault.
Sorry, I obviously shouldn't have come here.
No.
Mama, he was trying to find somewhere to hide from them.
I'll go and see Elsa.
Elsa?
Mrs. Stoudecker, she lives downstairs.
People who are hiding you.
Yes. We'll see what's happened. Nishita, be careful.
Would you like some more water?
Yes, please. There's Starlight, they live here all the time.
Yes.
And the signal.
Mrs. Starlack usually does it. 2 knocks mean the soldiers are in the building. 3 knocks mean they've already left.
What does 4 knocks mean? The war's over.
No, it means they found the secret stairway to here.
Oh.
It means we run. Across the roof if we can.
Or
They capture us. We disappear.
process.
Yes.
What does it mean?
We don't know, but people who are taken away to be processed never come back. It happened before the war started.
Go on.
My father disappeared before we came here. I was ill and he was taking me to the doctor. Some soldiers saw us. They started to punch him and kick him. And then one of them knocked me down. My father tried to grab him, so they hit him again, only this time harder. He fell over and they started to kick him and kick him. But he helped him. And then they put him on a truck and took him away. And they left me there. We've never seen him again.
I'm sorry.
Mama won't talk to me about it. But Mr. Peters, he stayed here with us. He told me once they were murdering people in the camps. Mama was furious with him. But they hid him also when they were beginning to round up people like him,
People like him.
homosexuals.
What happened to them?
Same as what happened to us. First a law appeared saying they couldn't do this or that or have certain jobs. That's when Mama lost her job in the hospital. Then we all had to wear a badge. Then we were told to leave our homes and put into areas of the city. My father knew. He was clever. He knew we had to hide and asked Mrs. Dylacker, who worked for him, if we could stay here. Mr. Peters didn't want to stay here. He kept rowing with Mama, then one night he left while the Stadakers were out. Mama begged him to stay, said he would be caught and would tell them where we were. But he wouldn't listen.
What happened?
He was caught. Getting on a bus. He tried to run, so they shot him. Killed him. Mama says it was for the best. I think she was right.
You've been here ever since.
Yes. I hate it. Being cooped up in here like chickens in a farm.
Sorry. Nice shawl.
Thank you. Mama made it for me. Do you really like it?
Yeah, it's nice. And your name?
Nashita.
Nashita, it's very pretty.
It means full of life. Mama says that describes me well.
How old are you?
16. Today.
Happy birthday. The shawl, is it?
A present from Mama. And look. It's chocolate. I haven't seen it for years.
Well, some more. Sister sent it me. Best not to eat it all at once. Look older. Than 16, I mean.
Don't! It's just the light can be seen from the outside. Then now you can look. And what is it like
What?
to fly?
Cold. Empty. Frightening when they're shooting at you.
I wouldn't be frightened.
Why not?
Because I'd be free. I could never be afraid if I was free. I look at the birds all the time in the day. I like some birds, but I hate the pigeons. I hate them because they are dirty, ugly, and they are free, and nobody will shoot them or round them up. Like the rats, I see them in the street running along. Nobody cares about them. They can do what they want.
I'm sorry.
What for?
All this, you having to live like this.
It's not your fault.
Really? Maybe it is, maybe your mother's right. We all knew. Or could have known. You'll be free soon. The war's nearly over. They are losing.
Is that true?
Yes. My mission was a distraction. Part of a bigger bombing mission to make sure they concentrated on us instead of on the coast.
Why?
Invasion. Nothing could stop it. I saw all the boats, thousands of them heading this way, and thousands of planes with bombs and paratroopers.
But
You've got to hold on. It may only be a matter of months now.
why should you care?
If you survive, it would make it all worthwhile. The armies land tonight. When they get here, you'll be safe. Just tell them what happened to you.
People hate us.
People like you are not hated elsewhere. Not anymore. Most of the people here don't even hate you. They're just scared of what would happen if they spoke out. People are like that.
Your parachute's been caught on the roof at the back.
Christ, has anyone seen it?
Maybe.
I can't stay down. Don't bring it back in.
No, don't! You might fall.
Can't be as far as I've fallen already tonight. Oh! Oh, shit!
Oh God, no. Miss Elsa, we must go quickly.
No, we can't leave him!
Please, run! Go!
In the chair! Now! Get in the chair! Where's the prisoner?
Inside, sir.
Did he talk?
No, sir. Nothing.
Who are you? Come to give me some more, have you?
Hardly. Cigarette?
I thought they were...
Well, they were. But when one is in the party, one gets special privileges. I see the men have been a bit over-enthusiastic with their interrogation.
It's a polite way of putting it.
Well, they have their ways, and I have mine.
I've not heard of the Geneva Convention in this country.
Haven't you heard? We decreed the Geneva Convention illegal well before the start of the war.
Yes.
Well, it hardly applies, does it?
We apply it.
More for you. You have to understand, we have different attitudes towards our prisoners. Have done for years. Squalid, isn't it? A suitable place for vermin to live. A rat hole for rats.
Look, what exactly do you want? If you just come here to gloat, I prefer it if you sent him back in. At least he's honest.
Well, in part to see if I can get any more information out of you.
Forget it.
Okay then. In part, curiosity. I'm curious as to what you're doing here.
You know that. I'm an RAF officer. I was on a bombing mission, my plane was hit, I bailed out, I landed on this roof, I came in here with them. What?
I see you remember your hosts. I'd even guess you have a fondness for them. Don't worry. We have them. They were easy to catch, running across the roof. Actually, rats would have been more difficult, to be honest.
What have you done with them?
I haven't done anything with them. In fact, they've been taken away before I got here.
Where have you taken them?
First they'll be interrogated, and then they'll be...
Processed?
Yes. It's a common term around these parts.
What does it mean?
What do you think?
You bastard. I swear.
You swear nothing. I think you're hardly in a position to make any threats. Do you? Anyway, you were quite happily carpet bombing a city full of civilians only a few hours ago. So please don't come the innocent with me.
It's a legitimate target. There are munitions factories and communications.
Legitimate for who?
Me! The RAF, the Allies. Anyone who's fighting this war to get rid of you and all you stand for.
I think you're getting carried away now. Don't think that your pathetic little efforts will in any way affect the outcome of this war. A few bombs dropped on a few houses and shops. A few hundred killed. We have millions more where they came from. And the first time any Allied soldier steps foot on our soil, we will unleash a force that will destroy you all.
Don't you think you'd have done that by now? We're at your borders already.
We will wait our time.
You don't really believe that, do you, about a super weapon? We cracked your codes months ago. Everything's disabled.
Now who's believing in silly propaganda? But I'm still curious. Why are you here?
You already know that, and your friend out there. I'm an RAF officer. I was on a bombing mission. My plane was hit.
Yes, I know all that. I mean, why are you here? As in the British?
We're at war, aren't we? Have you been keeping that a secret from everyone, including yourselves?
Yes, but didn't we used to be such good friends? Aren't we the same Germanic stock and all that? Same Anglo-Saxon attitudes?
You seem to forget what your party and your leader have done. Maybe we're here because we couldn't take any more of you ramming your ideology down our throats and invading everyone who stood up to you. Maybe we're here with the rest of the sane world and we won't be leaving until you're finished. Every last one of you. Let you get away with far too much for too long, and when the world finds out what you've been doing, the processing...
I should think they'll thank us immensely. After all, we're only doing what everyone else wanted to do. Ridding the world of scum who wanted to destroy everything we held dear.
Homosexuals?
Perhaps your country would have done better in keeping hold of its empire if it read the Bible. As the leader of our party said, there is no room in God's new empire for sodomists.
That woman and her daughter.
Women have children, children grow up. I can see this is pointless. Guard!
What's going to happen to me?
What do you think? And please, don't mention the Geneva Convention again. It gets quite dull, you know. Sir. Take the prisoner away.
Yes, sir. Stand up, scum. Move! You will lose, you know that, don't you? Why carry up when you know that?
Take him away!
This is the BBC World Service broadcasting to the free world. Here is the news. This morning, Allied forces launched the greatest land and sea invasion in history. British, Canadian and French forces invaded along a 300-mile border and have struck south through Maine and Michigan. Allied bombers have begun around-the-clock raids on Chicago, Washington and Philadelphia. On the eastern seaboard, African troops have landed and are fighting their way through New York. By midday today, the lower part of Manhattan was in Allied hands. In a simultaneous attack, Chinese, Asian and Australasian forces landed on the western coast, with Japanese forces already reporting the capture of San Francisco. Whilst the 5th and 8th Russian armies continued their advance through Alaska, the Prime Minister...
Muslim scum! Hello. Yes.
Get my transport ready as soon as possible. Yes, that's right. Kentucky. Yes, the president's bunker.
Sir, the prisoner's in the van with the two Muslim bitches. What do you want me to do with them?
It's too late to get them to a camp by now. Shoot them. I assume you have no problem with that.
No, sir. I am a soldier of the United States of America, the greatest nation on this earth. I will kill all the enemies of our country without question.
Yes, good. The warrior code.
And the Staudacher, sir.
Who?
They own the house, sir. They were protecting the Muslim women.
Oh, I see. Now hang them, of course.
Yes, sir.
And then torch this place. It stinks of them.
Not for long, sir.
No. Not for long.